Joel. Okay, Joel. Yeah, get Joel, man. We're gonna get all of these goddamn bitches, man. Fuck these. The women of the nation, Negro, Latino, Native American women, is out of her goddamn mind. We just seen this right before our fucking eyes. You know? Bitch, all she's trying to do is keep her fucking child from her father, man. Which she needs. So she don't end up like your motherfucking ass. Acting ratchet as fuck in the goddamn street.
One more thing, man. She always tries to, make the way that he treats her synonymous with how he treats his daughter. You know what I mean?
Never like that.
It's never like that. You always treat your kids, man, great.
So good.
Real good.
Especially if you had a fucked up childhood.
Right. If you don't treat her that way, then well, he was fucked up, baby. We had to get away from him. He wasn't no good to us.
No, he wasn't no good to you because you wasn't no good, period. You bitches is no good, man. See, man, the wickedness of the black and the Latino woman, it just don't stop, man. It just never ends. It just multiply and multiply, man. You black and Latino women have become so despicable, man. It's sick, man. It's sickening. Go ahead, brother.
This is Job chapter 39, verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones.
That's right, she's hardened against her young ones. And by trying to deprive her children of their father, that she's hardened against them. And that alone.
Wait, hold on.
Now go ahead.
As though they were not hers.
Fucking faggots.
Don't worry
Can't
about that
stand that shit, man. I would do. That was gay. You didn't have to come over here and sit there. Oh yeah, there's definitely a problem with that.
According to the Holy
What's
Bible.
that shit right there?
According to the
What's
Holy
that
Bible,
shit there?
if everybody was gay, there wouldn't be people.
That's right.
All right, but go ahead.
He did that shit on purpose. He did.
Don't worry about them faggots, man. We ain't talking about them faggots. Let that shit go, man. They gonna die any goddamn way. Go ahead. They know they wrong. Go ahead, bro.
Her labor is in vain without fear.
That's right. Her labor is in vain. Go ahead.
Hey, man, she didn't have no fear. You know what I mean? That shit she was doing, man, was clearly without fear. She had a nerve to try to walk.
I'm downtown.
She had a nerve to try to walk up on us. Oh, I ain't got respect. I ain't got respect for y'all too. That's stupid shit. Because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom.
That's right. He have deprived these women of wisdom, man. That's what's wrong with them. That's why they don't know how to handle situations properly.
On their own.
That's why they act like kids about every goddamn thing. Because the Most High God has deprived these women of wisdom. Now go ahead.
Neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
That's right. He's not giving this woman understanding. That's why she don't understand shit. That's why you can try to explain something to a bitch and she just don't get it. Because you don't have understanding. The Most High didn't give you that. That's not your lot.
It's not your lot.
You know? It's not your lot. That's not your inheritance, bitch. All right, but keep this up to 1 and 12. So I got to get back on this complacency. I didn't get to finish it last week. There's something wrong with being gay. Is that a question you even have to ask?
He really said it like there was nothing wrong with it. Well, I'm gay. Something wrong with it?
I'm not Obama. I think something's wrong there.
Yes, there's something wrong with it. What do you... The fuck?
If everybody was gay, there would be no people. I mean, it's that simple.
He clearly grabbed his hand, wrapped it around him, and just kissed him right on the cheek. You feel me? You didn't. They won't even fucking. It's like how we do every camp. They be walking by and they don't want to grab their hand, but they just make them grab their hand, like
just because they walking by us. Because they're the devils. You know, they just do everything that's against God. You know.
Is there something wrong with that? I'm gay.
Right. Yeah, what you do?
Is that a stupid ass question?
What kind of question is that? A rhetorical question? Yes, dummy. Right. God, nature itself will tell you that.
Right.
Even if you don't believe in God, you believe in nature, don't you?
It's right in front of you. You don't see fucking dogs fucking. You don't see a male dog fucking another male dog.
Everybody believes in nature, right? Go ahead, though.
Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 12.
For you niggas, man. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish them. And punish the men that are settled in their leads.
That's right, man. So you guys that's in this group that settled on your leads, you ain't trying to grow, you ain't trying to excel, you ain't trying to do this work, you ain't trying to go above and beyond from your how about your shot. Guess what? Most High, he gonna punish your ass, man. Go ahead.
That say in their heart, the Lord will not do good.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Neither will he do evil.
That's really, it's going for guys in the truth. It's always also going for people in the world too, man. You see what I'm saying? A lot of so-called Negroes and Latinos don't think this end is gonna come. Right. But it's coming fast. Go ahead.
Keep going down the way.
No. Get so I need get 1 Corinthians 10 and 12. Or actually, get Sirach 33 and 27. Right.
See that shit? What the fuck?
He was looking at us and shit. Broke his neck and shit.
Sirach chapter 33 verse 27. Send him to labor that he be not idle. For idleness teacheth much evil.
Yeah, idleness teaches much evil, man. So you guys in this, we got to be out here doing this work, man. You got to be occupied in the scriptures, occupied in the prophecy, current events, what's going on. You see what I'm saying? You got to be occupied in that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because you know, if you're not, it's teaching you evil. You're going to do evil. You're destined to do evil and go off.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
What are you supposed to be doing in your leisure time? Increasing in wisdom and knowledge.
That's right. You know, get 1 Corinthians 10 and 12.
First Corinthians chapter 10 verse 12. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall.
Exactly. So you think you're standing steadfast and firm in this truth, man, you better take heed of your goddamn self, of yourself. At least you fall, man. You know, don't just think that you're just gonna make it. Don't just think that you're doing enough. Don't just think that you're just so righteous. Examine thyself, man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's what we was going into with, you know, Frankie Harmon. How do how do you feel when you examine yourself? I mean, for one, we know that you're, you know, a bit, you know, condemn your spirit because you then try to come out here and try to just, okay, let me see something.
Yeah, where they at this week?
Yeah, exactly. But we can tell that you're somewhat condemned, but at the same time, are you not, you know, you got to be evaluating yourself every day, constantly meditating in the scriptures, constantly increasing in wisdom and understanding. So, you know, if you go and you watch our videos in your leisure time, that shit instantly spark you to go do the work. If you constantly in this work, that should instantly spark you to go do the work. You know, you complacent, man. You cool. Oh, I know I'm an Israelite. I'm, you know, I keep the law. But you don't. You still ain't got no beard.
Yeah.
Still got your beard cut off.
You know,
sick, man.
Dudes ain't out here, man, but you don't even know the law, man.
You don't even know the law.
You know the law, nigga. You know? You 1 Corinthians?
That was 10 and 12.
10 and 12?
Yeah.
Get Revelations 3 and 15. A lot of you dudes that knowing you're Israelites is gonna get killed, man. Most High's gonna kill a lot of y'all, man. And not on some martyrdom shit, on some he's just gonna fucking kill you. You're a part of the 2/3 shit. Alright? For your complacency.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
Yeah, y'all lukewarm in the motherfucker, man. You see how Shai talking. So what he said, go ahead.
It says I would that were cold or hot.
I'd rather you be all the way in the world or all the way in this truth, not playing the fucking face. Not over here confused. Not knowing what you want to do, not doing the work. Bitch ass nigga, go ahead.
So then because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot.
Because you're lukewarm, what's what the world calls Jesus Christ gonna do to your lukewarm ass? All you lukewarm dudes who's complacent. Go ahead.
I will spew thee out of my mouth.
This guy was saying gonna spew you out of his mouth. Alright, now go ahead.
Because thou sayest I am rich and increase with goods.
And that's what a lot of you guys in this truth think. Alright, now go ahead.
And have need of nothing.
That's right.
And knowest not that thou art wretched.
Exactly, you are wretched, man. Y'all so complacent. You think you're just so just in this thing, man. You think you're just this righteous ass dude, man. You're wretched as hell.
That's right.
And that complacency it teaches you that evil that makes you wretched. You see what I'm saying? Pursuant to what we read in Sirach 33:27. But go ahead.
And miserable and poor.
That's right.
And blind and naked.
Miserable, poor, blind, and naked. You don't see what's right in front of you, and you're naked, meaning you ain't got the knowledge, man.
Yeah, man, you don't know nothing. Everything that you got, man, is in vain. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know? you're wasting all of your time obtaining things that you can't take with you when you when you dead.
And like that Basketball Jones out there in upstate New York, man. He was out there doing the work.
In our house.
I am.
What's
I'm
up,
kind
man?
of curious what your beliefs are.
What our beliefs are? Well, our belief is that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American.
There's no so-called Negro.
Yes, there
There's
is.
no so-called black man. There's no so-called Chinese man.
Oh, there's no so-called?
There's no so-called Japanese man.
Oh, there's no such thing as
No.
that? How is there not?
There is mankind.
There is
brother.
mankind?
There is mankind.
Are you a human being?
Yes, I am.
You are?
And so are you.
Okay, look.
And so
Now
are
let
you.
me ask you
And
something.
so are
Hey, hold
you.
on. First off,
And
this
so is he.
isn't your soapbox.
And so
First
is he.
off, you're not a human being. You want to know how you're not a human being? What does the word human mean? What does the word human mean?
Have no clue.
Colored man. Who is excluded from the term people of color?
And you're reading from what?
What does hue mean?
That's what does hue mean?
Hue.
Color.
Hue is a term of color.
Right?
There's
What does
dark
man
hues,
mean?
light hues.
And there's no.
What does man mean? So why did you guys exclude yourself from the
Who's
term
you
people
guys?
of color?
Who's
White
you
people.
guys?
White people. I lump you all together.
Wow,
Alright, y'all are
you
all
guys
the same.
You're full of hatred, aren't you?
That's right.
Hey, you
We're
know
full
what's
of hate
funny?
and
Hey,
we're full of love.
It's about the brother's right. Why
No.
do you guys?
You're full of hatred
Why do you
and
guys?
love.
No.
Meaning white people. You're clearly white. You're clearly a
Yes, I
Caucasian
am.
man. So
Yes.
you guys, why do you guys exclude
You
yourself?
guys.
You guys exclude yourself from people of color.
Don't judge me, motherfucker.
You don't ever consider yourself people of color.
He
do
can't
you?
judge you?
Don't judge me, motherfucker.
Yes, so you
I
get
can't
judged.
judge you.
You're getting
You just
judged.
told me that I look upon you as what?
I never
Some,
said. I never said that. So obviously you just bear false
You
witness.
just no, you just did.
What did I say?
What did you say? Come on.
Thank you. First of all,
You're a false witness, man.
I'm white.
okay, look.
So I what?
Okay.
Look down upon you?
Is that what I asked you?
We didn't say
I
that.
said, if you're human, the word hue.
That's not what you said.
No, I asked you a question. Since you, I'm gonna give you the reason why I said it. You said you are a human. The word hue means color. Man is being.
In which language?
In English language.
Were you
You're
born
talking about-
from a mother?
First of all, like I
Were
said,
you born
why
from a
do
mother?
you
Well, what does that
people-
have to do with anything?
Because we are all brothers. I am your brother.
We're not all
And
brothers.
I am your
You're
brother.
not my brother.
And I am
You're
your
not
brother.
my brother. You forsook the
Jesus
brother.
Christ
You forsook
came
the
down
brotherly
Okay.
covenant.
Let's
onto
see.
this planet
Let's see if
and
he's my
united
brother.
us all.
Hey, you know Jesus Christ didn't even talk to white people? You know when
because there
you
weren't
know,
very many white
you know-
people in
you-
Israel
what happened
2,000 years ago.
Yeah, there were. Roman ruled Israel. What do you mean? There was white people set up to rule over
Those
Israel.
are Italian
Herod,
I got it.
those are
Wasn't-
white people.
wasn't
Herod
Italian,
was
brother.
the king of
Look, bro.
Jerusalem,
If
a white
you're
person.
full of hatred
Look, bro.
and you want to
Look,
be
bro.
angry
Look.
and hateful
Let's
at the
see.
world,
Let's see if he's our
I'm
brother.
sorry that you
Let's
have.
see. Let's see if he's our brother. Let's see if he's
Listen
our
up.
brother. This is what
Listen up.
Jesus said. This is what Jesus said. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother? Who are my brothers?
That's right.
And he stretched forth his hands towards his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brother.
Hey, were any of his disciples white?
No, they were Jewish.
Okay, for whosoever
Wait,
shall
none of
do
them-
the
none of them
will
were
of my
Jewish.
None of them
Father
were
which is in
Jewish.
heaven.
They were all Jewish.
They were Jewish. When did the term Jewish come into existence?
They were born.
When did the term Jewish come into existence? What does the word Jewish mean?
Because they came from Israel.
They were Israelites. They weren't Jewish.
They weren't
Jewish
all
people
Jews.
and Jews are two different people. What are you talking
Jewish.
about?
Okay. There's two ways to be Jewish. I'm not Jewish.
Okay.
There's two ways to be
Explain the
Jewish.
2 ways to be a Jew.
You can be born under the family of Abraham, or
So
you
all-
can.
so all the
or,
people-
So everybody
or-
that came
no,
from
no, no.
Abraham is Jewish?
Everybody that came from Abraham's seed
Can
is
I not
Jewish?
finish my sentence?
Go ahead, man.
Go. We're listening.
Go ahead.
Born of the family of Abraham, which I have not been.
Okay.
Or
Actually, you have, but-
there's.
Don't worry. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
I
Just
was
go
born
ahead.
from Adam and Eve.
Okay, just go ahead. Just go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Don't worry about it. Just go ahead.
Go ahead, Lo. Finish
You
your thought.
guys are very angry.
Okay.
Yeah,
first of
you're
all,
right.
Abraham had
what?
8 sons, so they all weren't Jews. All right. That
I
makes
don't
no
care.
sense.
I don't care.
We don't care what you're talking about. You're not making any sense,
I,
man.
yes.
All right?
Love. and
Verse
peace.
50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in
Jesus
heaven,
Christ is my
the
Lord
same
and
is
Savior.
my brother
You
and
have
sister
tattoos.
and mother.
You don't love Jesus.
Thank you.
Jesus
And
said if you
Jesus
loved him, you would
Christ-
keep his commandments.
Exactly.
His commandments
And I
speak
do.
against printing on your skin.
No.
You don't love Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You
Nothing.
don't love Jesus Christ.
That's
Okay?
right.
And
Where's
that's
your-
evident.
Where's your beard at, man? Alright?
If you love
you gotta
Jesus
do the
Christ.
will of the Lord, man. Alright? And you don't do the will of the Lord and you ain't my brother. Alright?
That's right.
You are damned. You are the goddamn devil. Alright?
That's right. You're a liar.
And you will be destroyed in America. You understand? That's right. Because you don't know shit. Alright?
Peace be with you, and I pray that.
Hey,
death
death
to
to
you,
you,
man.
man.
Death to you,
Alright?
man.
And death be to you, man. Alright? Fucking dude, man. Oh,
I got the love of Jesus. Look at this.
First of all,
tattoo.
you can be Jews by two ways.
Look at my Tammuz tat.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, you got the teeth.
Look at my Tammuz
Shit.
tat. I love Jesus.
I know who you're. I know you love that
You
baby.
can be Jew
You love that
by
baby.
one or two ways. Alright? Either you're born from Abraham's seed, which I am not. You're clearly
born from
Abraham's
seed.
seed, man.
His son, Abraham, grandson, by the name of Esau.
By the name of Esau, man. Alright? Abraham had 8 sons, so all of his sons, so Ishmael was a Jew?
What about?
Hey.
What about Elon? Well, I forget if Elon was Abraham's son or it was his cousin.
Isaac wasn't even a Jew.
You know?
And he's the grandfather of the Jews.
Jews didn't
Fuck,
come into
man.
play until a little later, guy.
Fuck, man.
You idiot.
Dude's a sicko, man.
He's Jewish. I don't know. None of his disciples were white.
You left off two
look,
fathers,
But look,
man.
he acknowledged that none of the 12 disciples were white.
That's right.
Okay? None of them were white. So how are you my brother?
Right. That's right.
You clearly don't qualify.
You're not my brother, man, alright?
You forsook the brotherly covenant, man. We're
That's
similar to
right.
the book of Obadiah, so we're not brothers. You forsook, y'all did that. Y'all forsook the covenant. Y'all vowed to pursue your brother with the sword, man. Y'all did that.
Funny thing, man, because I was just eating at the Yard House the other day, man, and he was just sitting there talking about how he's, living from paycheck to paycheck, giving us some
Oh, for real? You
solid
seen
stuff.
him up in there?
Yeah, that's why I looked at it. I was like, okay, you work at this Yard House. I remember you, man. What you want? Like, you got a question? Yes, I do. Yard House, huh? What are you guys teaching, man? All right?
He sat there and mugged us for like 15 minutes.
I know, man. I've seen him and shit. He walked up like, the what?
He wanted to stand at a safe distance at first. Then he can't. You guys are full of hate. You're full of love too. But for you,
Can't
it's hatred.
judge me.
The fuck I can. Show me in the Bible. I can't judge you. Judge not, lest ye be judged.
Hey, what say on that, Judge Joe Brown?
Yeah.
Wait, what judgment? Ye judge, you shall be judged until you get. Hey man, Judge Joe Brown was getting cut up by a crackhead.
That's right.
Alright?
Yeah. I smoke crack. Yeah. And so what?
So what? And you're dead. Cannot the dead live again?
Hey, he was cutting. He was cutting Judge Joe Brown up,
Cut his
man.
ass up, man.
You know?
Right?
Where was we at though?
We was in
Revelation Street.
yeah, 315.
Okay. You finished that to 17? You read a lot of it.
Yeah, that was 17.
Okay, get Proverbs 12 and 27.
Man, we just cut straight scriptures on these dudes, man. What this bullshit y'all got to say, man? Proverbs chapter 12, verse 27. The slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting,
That's right.
but the substance of a diligent man is precious.
That's right. The substance of our diligence, man. We gotta be diligent, man. And our substance is this knowledge that we're obtaining out here, man. That knowledge ain't precious to you dudes who want to be slothful and complacent in this thing, man. You see what I'm saying? But get Proverbs 10 and 4.
Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. He becometh poor and dealeth with the slack hand.
Exactly. He becoming poor and when he deal with that slack hand, man, you gonna become poor in this thing. You gonna come poor in the riches in this thing, which is what that knowledge, man, in this Holy Spirit. You become poor in that, and then what's gonna happen, man? You just ain't gonna make it. Now, go ahead.
But the hand of the diligent maketh rich.
The hands of the diligent, the hand of the brothers that's not being complacent in this thing, man, and making them rich in the spirit, and then it will get them rich when they get into the kingdom, man. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't that slack hand, that slothful hand is not gonna get you into the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Now get Proverbs 1 and 32.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of the fool shall destroy them. You going? So hearken unto me shall dwell safely.
Read that again.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them,
That's right.
and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
I don't even know why I pulled that. I mean, but it said, wait, read that one more time. It's a lot.
It says, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them.
That's right. They're turning away, man. Being slothful in this thing and being complacent in this thing, you're turning away, and that's what's going to end up being your demise. That's what's going to slay you. Now get 26 and 16 in Proverbs.
I think that whole complex, though, I don't think any of them are actually like straight.
Yeah, they're all just big.
Proverbs 26 and 16. The sluggard is wiser in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason.
That's right. Exactly. He's wiser in his own conceit, but he's wise in his own conceit. He's not actually wise, and that's what's going to end up, you know, again, being his same demise.
Hey, Frankie Lyman.
Hey, that's right. Yeah,
He came up giving us, you know, trying to provide us with scriptures as to why it was okay for him to fall off, or why it wasn't so bad for him to fall off and stop doing the work. But he was being, you know, wiser in his own conceit.
That's right. That's exactly what
He
he
lacked understanding for that.
Give me Hebrews 6 and 12.
Why? Because his slackness was his slackness caused him not to be in these scriptures, you know, which would have gave him understanding as to what that scripture was talking about.
Exactly.
You know, to know you can't actually literally or completely fall off, man. You can't do that.
How long you been knowing you an Israelite? And you mean to tell me you think you can fall out of the truth? When have you ever heard somebody teach that? What shit? I mean, you can fall out and come back 7 times.
Who have you been watching, man? That's that GLCC shit, man. All right.
You must be under that bubbleized
Like you said,
doctrine.
that we got next, man. Maybe we got next. You know, we'll
GLCC will definitely accept you. They more accepting than any Christian church. Okay. But go ahead.
I don't know where these faggot bitches, dyke bitches, man, be getting their jeans from, man. These dyke bitches got the best motherfucking jeans out here. All right, they stealing all the 34s, all the 33s. All right, goddamn dyke bitches. That's why the so-called Negro man walk around here looking dirty and raggedy right now, man. All right, all you dyke bitches is stealing all the clothes.
That's right.
Fuck bitch.
Fuck bitch.
Fucking punk dyke hoe.
Nah, I noticed that, man. You know,
Yeah, nah, they do be
Hey,
having
man,
it.
and that's another part of the, you know, that's another wicked thing you dumb nigga bitches do, man. All right, you get with a fucking woman, man, and then you want to act right.
You get with a woman that look like a man, but got a pussy.
And act completely right, man.
And be scared of that bitch.
Be scared of that bitch. That bitch treats you worse than I do.
Be scared of that bitch.
That bitch fucking more bitches than I am.
And you,
You know?
like, huh?
And you just okay with that shit. That shit is sick, man. It's deserve to be destroyed.
That's right.
6 and what? Hebrews 6, bro?
Hebrews 6 and 12.
Hey, Fatty came on here real quick, man. That's what I'm gonna
Hey, Ishmael was choosing Jake. Ishmael was trying to choose Jake.
See the rap, man, that's some beauty. Alright?
It's
We
fucking,
don't have a lot of
it's
we
fucking
don't have a lot
grand.
of Khadijah the concubines
Right,
in
man.
the kingdom.
Hey, man, we ain't got no, they ain't show no neck, no nothing. Yeah, they have pants on, but shit, they covered the fuck up.
At least they got that part right.
Alright? You said Hebrews what, bro?
6 and 12.
Hebrews chapter 6, verse 12. That ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
That's right. Be not slothful. Be followers of them through faith and patience. Inherit the promises, man.
Followers of who, man?
Followers of the elders.
That's right.
20 plus years these dudes, man, have been on the highways and byways. That's who you supposed to follow. You see what I'm saying? And have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshai and have patience.
Think about it, man. Let's even say that the scriptures make what you was even bringing out. What would be the point of that, man? In the times that we're in now.
What kind of example is
What kind of
that?
example is that, man? What if we were slothful, man, and one day, you know, one of the brothers come out, you know, or one of the, you know, brothers that come by to where maybe it would have enlightened him or it would have woke him up, and we being slothful, or we just taking breaks and we don't want to, you know, come out and
Well, be careful with it.
Well, we ain't careful.
sure.
You doing damn well, man.
Yeah.
They be drinking wine.
You should be.
Okay, you've been drinking. You can go ahead and proceed down the block. You didn't even hear what I said.
Once you get real, man. Hey, God's gonna shoot.
Well, eventually.
Yeah, with fervent heat, all right?
Good luck with that.
You know, you good luck.
Yeah, you need the luck.
You good luck. Good luck that the Lord don't put you in.
Right here.
Good luck that the Lord don't put you under my rule in the kingdom. All right, all right.
I need that.
Because I'm gonna make
Right
you.
here.
Hey, in the kingdom, I'm gonna make you take some dick, bitch. All right?
Right.
You're a goddamn dice.
Sick ass
All right?
dice out
You're a
here.
goddamn carpet muncher. I'm gonna make you take dick in the kingdom, bitch. All right? She looked at you like, what the fuck? Bitch, you can get this bitch. Fucking bitch. I don't like what you said. Because I said it might be a brother walking down the street one day that might be woken
she
up.
didn't even hear. We weren't even
He
talking
didn't
about
even
no
fuck
dyke at all.
Look, the bro called her too because he was like, bitch, hold on, you need to watch the fuck out. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. She tried to touch me like.
She did. She tried to squeeze on your butt, man.
No?
Fuck.
Watch that.
Man, I don't like this. I'm standing like this from now on.
But yeah, man, you know, what if it was a brother walking down the street one day where we was being slothful or taking breaks, and you know, we just passed by, man. The elect will never wake up that way if we just being slothful, taking breaks every now and again. I mean, we out here week in, week out, and we here to wake up the elect, man, of the Lord, okay? The elect of Israel.
You know.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, though.
I was 12, bro.
That was 12. Get Luke 12:47.
Hey man, if the elders was being taking breaks and being slothful, shit, we wouldn't be woke up
We
right
wouldn't
now.
even be here, man.
We wouldn't even be here.
And you gotta go. You can never do enough, man. I want all y'all to understand. You can never do enough for the Most High, man. So stop being slothful, man. Do
right.
more.
That's right.
Melting pot never worked, but Christ.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 44. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath. But if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth
It's
his coming,
okay, if you start getting that complacent spirit, right? Go ahead.
and shall begin to beat the men servants and
That's
maids, and to eat and drink and be drunken,
That's right. And to eat and drink and start to like slowly slip back into the world. But even being complacent and slothful in this thing, even though you might not necessarily be dibbling and dabbling with the world, you're really slipping back into the world. Go ahead.
the Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for
That's
him,
right. And then what's gonna happen to your ass? Go ahead.
and at an hour when he is not aware,
Yep. Go ahead.
and will cut him in sunder.
It'll cut him asunder, right? That's what you slothful ass dudes. You dudes that want to be slothful and complacent in this thing. The Most High gonna cut you asunder, man. Go ahead.
It says, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
That's right. He gonna give you the same thing the 2/3 in these heathens get, man.
That's
That
right.
what you want? You complacent motherfucker. You know?
Hey man, think about it, man. This is I'm just keep going into this sluggardness and this taking breaks. You know, if you could just take a break, would you expect the Lord to just take a break, man, when it's time for him to come and get us?
Don't you want to get out of here?
That's what I'm saying.
Get
You can't have the Lord just taking breaks, man, and just
after you've done if I'm not back before you've done expounding, go to Matthew 20 and read 1 to 8. But let's just back here for a second. All right.
yeah, man. You know, if you want to expect the Lord to to be taking breaks, you want to expect the Lord to tarry when it's time for him to come and deliver us. You see what I'm saying? So how can you even show him that type of respect and but expect him to be on time? You know? That's why you gotta be out here week in and week out, man, diligently and doing this work. Without doing this work, man, there is no waking up of the elect. There is no coming back of Yahweh of Yahweh Shai. Alright? And the rest of the angels. There is none of that. So I don't understand how people can really be complacent with this thing, man. There's, like the brother said, there's always something you can be doing. There's always more that you can be doing, man. And don't get me wrong, we all fall under that, under that saying or under that rule, But for the most part, all the bros out here doing the best they can. All right, the ones that are out here doing the work of truth and sincerity, they're out doing the best they can. All right, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. You see, you guys can't, just say, oh well, I'm out on the highways, I'm good, because it might come to a point in time where you need to speak. It might come to a point in time where you might be out in the world. Or outside of camp, and you might have to break down some things to a brother that you run into, to one of the Akim that might be coming into this thing. You always got to be well-rounded and have full wisdom and understanding in this thing, man. All right, you can't just be like the bro been talking about, complacent, all right, and content. You got to make sure you got to make your calling and election sure. If you're not doing the things you're supposed to do, constantly seeking this truth. seeking the Lord out of this book, out of the scriptures, he could, like you just read in Luke, he can make your place, a part of the unbelievers. Don't get it to the point where you feel like, oh, well, I'm an Israelite, so, I'm good. Let me go and, put my time into something else, I've been, brothers have been out here trying to find jobs and shit, and, it's a little job opportunity I got to where it's like, I got to be aware of it because I'm not going to substitute that for this truth just to make some money. Fuck it, The Lord will make a way for me to make some money or be able to live and maintain. I'm content with my fucked up living situation for the truth. I'm not content with the truth to make a better living situation. It's cold, man. This is Matthew chapter 20, verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers to his vineyard, man. And that's what the Lord is doing. And that's what we're out here doing. All right? We're the watchers, and we're the ones out, gathering laborers together for the vineyard, for the household of the Lord. Okay? That's why we can't be slack with this. Okay? Because we're the recruiters, as they would say, or we're the ones that's out here gathering laborers. If we was to take breaks, we'd be letting a lot of good dudes pass, out of servants. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. All right, so basically, we agreed for the wages, because with the wages that we're getting or that we're receiving is first wisdom and understanding, and then the kingdom of heaven. All right. To be ruling in the kingdom of heaven. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. And he said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. And again he went out about 6 to 9 hours and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle. And said unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? They said unto him, Because no man hath hired us. He said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall you receive. It says, so when even was come, So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto the steward, Call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. All right. The Lord was taking all these idle people, because before you come into this truth, man, you're really not doing nothing that's gonna get you into the kingdom, man.
Goddamn.
All right. So that's what we do. We out here, gathering all the idle men. That's another reason why you have to be out in the streets. All right, in the chief place of the conquerors, one condemning this place. All right, getting the blood off your hands, and you getting all these idle jakes that ain't doing nothing to be, to seal the elect or to get into the kingdom of heaven. Because spiritually within them, man, that's what they want. All right. That's right. And if they don't want to hear it, all right, if they want to forbear it, then we got to get the blood off our hands. All right.
Period.
Let's start back at the top.
Let's start back at the top.
It's Matthew chapter 20, verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers to his vineyard.
That's right. The Lord called something like the elders. He called the elders 20-something years ago. He called some of us 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 year ago. Go ahead.
That's right. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard.
Listen, y'all gonna get the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Now go do the work. So the elders got sent out and they went and did the work. Now go ahead.
Verse 3. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
That might have been in the 80s. He called some of them. 92, he called some of them. Then about 95, 96, 97, he called some more of them. Right now, go ahead.
And said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, I will give you.
Hey, get out there and do that work. Now go ahead.
And they went their way. And again,
whatever's right, which is again the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna get it. Now go ahead.
Again, he
went
really
out. It's gonna let us know that's what we're talking about. Well, go ahead.
Again, he went out about the 6th and 9th hour and did likewise.
The 6th and 9th hour, and he did likewise. 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, all the way to 2013. Go ahead.
And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, why stand ye here all the day idle?
Yeah, why are you sitting here all? Why you ain't doing shit? Because that's what happens, man. You might, some brothers that came by walking down the street, they see a camp, or a lot of us came in off, just stumbling upon it online. That's basically what happened. The first time you see the elders, that's the Most High saying, why the fuck are you just sitting there idle, man? What the fuck you been doing, nigga? I got a job, I got work for your ass to do. You see what I'm saying?
We still on Frankonomics here. Frankie fucking lying. Why are you standing here idle? Alright?
And then he came to the vineyard and then he quit the job. Now he's trying to come back and trying to get rehired, man.
Hey man, hey, that's a perfect example. You came to work and you quit. We all know when you quit, man, you gotta quit properly. Not even saying, when this thing you gotta quit. But you gotta quit properly, or you can't come back and try to get that job, man. Alright? You just leave, there's no way in hell you're gonna come back. Alright?
That's right.
Sick, dude.
But again, that's what the Lord came to say. What the fuck are you doing here, nigga? Kick you in your ass. I got an employment for you. I got a pretty penny for your ass. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Then said unto him, because no man hath hired us. He said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right,
come do my work, and at the end you're going to receive your just due reward. Go ahead.
Verse 8. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto the steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first.
All right, so he's saying, hey, give them their hire, from the elder all the way to the dude who's fresh in this thing. Right now, go ahead. Who's a part of the elect, who maintained and kept working in this vineyard. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny.
Everybody got that same penny, which is the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny.
Everybody received the same. See, but now in this time, like for example, like the elders, when it comes time for the salvation, they're not going to be sitting here like, well, we should get a better reward than them. Because Yahushua wrote this to let everybody know, hey, we're all working for the same penny, to clear that confusion up.
Right.
No matter when you came in, we're all working for the same salvation, the same glory. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, dudes coming and things, man. And I mean, you would think that it would be fucked up, but like I said, if the elders were slacking, if the elders wanted to play that, we should receive more, because you've been doing it longer, then it'd be a lot of dudes that's not here. A lot of the elect wouldn't be as full as it is now. So it had to be somebody that started off first, that was diligent and that continued so that other brothers come in, right? It says, and when they came to their hire, the 11th hour they received every man a penny, but the first came and supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, the last have wrote but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and heat of the day. But he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong. Did not thou agree with me for a penny?
Exactly. This is what we all agreed to. You see what I'm saying? See, but again, when it comes that time, the elders ain't gonna be saying, man, Yahushua, man, this little motherfucker just started doing the work, man. Would you mean to tell me and me and him get the same reward? Because Yahushua wrote this. So things like that won't happen. Now everybody know, hey, we all working for the same penny. And that's what they teach. But there's an order maintained on this side.
Right.
Go ahead.
Take that thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto this last, even as unto thee.
That's right. If we all gonna get that kingdom, if we all the elect, Lord will. Go ahead.
It says, is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine eye evil because I am good? It says, so the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen.
That's right. Many are called. Spirit. Hey, that nigga Frankie was called, but he wasn't chosen. Right. A lot of niggas get called, but they weren't chosen.
man. It's just like just like casting in a movie, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers that get caught down there, or get that word that hey, it's auditions. Shit, about a third of them make it.
That's right.
Right?
Motherfuckers gonna make it, man. Hey. Motherfuckers ain't gonna make it up out of this place, man.
It's life.
That's life. Deal with it,
Life. There's always a chosen.
We don't even know if we gonna make it.
That's right. That's the same thing I was just saying when you in the bathroom, you gotta make your part of the election sure.
That's right.
So you gotta do everything you can to get that penny. You want my penny. If you don't fulfill that job, you don't get that penny. That's the point of the contract. Alright? If you don't complete the job of the contract, if you don't complete the job with the expectation that, at the time of the contract when you signed it, you don't get paid.
Period, man. You breached the contract. All you niggas that fell out, you breached the contract when y'all about shimmy outside. You ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna get that. You ain't gonna receive that penny, man. It's that simple. It's that simple. I don't understand how hard that is for motherfuckers to understand. It's that goddamn simple. But go ahead.
You going?
You at 8?
I'm at 16.
16? That's enough. Go to Ezekiel 23. Damn, attention, man. Ezekiel 23. Sorry.
You're always only looking for the people that really want this thing. People that really want this thing. It's just those people that just, don't give a damn, that just for damn sure ain't gonna make it. Then you have the ones that, kinda want it, but don't want to do the work to go get it. Then you got the ones that want it, they love it, they desire it, alright? They eat, sleep, and breathe this thing. And those are the ones that makes it in anything. That's with anything, that's life. Alright? The ones that's willing to go to the extreme extents to make it onto the chairs, man, to get that penny. That penny is what? That ticket. And we always talk about that ticket. Alright. Ezekiel chapter 23, verse 1. The word of the Lord came unto me, came again unto me, saying, Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother, and they committed whoredoms in Egypt, and they committed whoredoms in their youth.
That's right. Now, who are these two women? We're gonna find out. Go ahead.
It says, there were their breasts pressed, and there they bruised the teats of their virginity.
They went and got fucked before they were supposed to. Go ahead.
Right. And the names of them were Ahala, the elder, and Ahalabah, her sister.
That's right. Now go ahead. Ahalabah, right? Go ahead. Meaning the second. Go ahead.
And they were mine, and they bare sons and daughters. Thus were their names. Samaria is thus were their names. Samaria is Ahala.
Meaning Samaria is the northern kingdom. Go ahead.
And Jerusalem Ahalabah.
The southern kingdom. Now go ahead.
And Ahala played the harlot, and she was mine, and she doted on her lover.
So the north was the primary harlot player. When you go into the book of Chronicles, the books of Kings, and you read about the kings of the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of the north, none of their ass was right. They all served idols. None of them served Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? So that's why they're the elder in this sense, in this situation, in this case. Go ahead.
And she doted on her lovers, on the Assyrians, her neighbors, which were clothed with blue, captains and rulers.
That's right. I mean, they were great people, right? So they followed after these great people, which eventually led them to going into captivity by these people. All right, now go ahead.
All of them desirable young men, horsemen riding upon horses. Thus she committed her whoredoms with them, with all them that were the chosen men of Assyria.
That's right. Go ahead.
And with all on whom she doted, with all their idols she defiled herself.
That's right. With all her idols, they defiled themselves with the idols of these nations. Now go ahead. It's all good.
Neither left she her whoredoms brought from Egypt.
Yeah, they kept doing the same thing they did in Egypt. Hold that. Get what's that? 1 Kings 12. Get 1 Kings 12 real quick, brother. Let's see what that's talking about. Her whoredoms from Egypt. Now, if you know about the story of the wilderness, the children of Israel, when Moses was gone a little too long, they told Aaron to make them golden calves. Them same golden calves that was worshipped in Egypt. All right?
No.
Made the two calves. They wanted Bathsheba.
I want to make sure I don't miss it.
In Beersheba. Our people been idolatrous since we came out of Egypt. They never really stopped being idolatrous. It was idolatrous, behind closed doors, the majority of the time. That's all. We got an idolatrous, wicked ass nation we're a part of, man. That needs to be clean, cleansed, and corrected by who the world calls God and Jesus Christ. Find it. All right, go ahead.
It says,
There it is. Right here. Start at 26.
It says 1 Kings 12 and 26. And Jeroboam said in his heart,
Jeroboam was the king of the north. Go ahead.
now shall the kingdom return to the house of David.
Okay, so he was afraid. He was afraid that the southern kingdom was going to get the rule back. Because the prophet that came and spoke unto Jeroboam, he said, look, I'm going to rent the kingdom and I'm going to give you the greater part. I'm going to give you the more tribes. I'm going to give you the northern kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem,
That's right. He said, but if they sacrifice and all their hearts turn to your house by some of side, it's going to go back to the house of David. He ain't want that. He wanted to get his power. He wanted to be, he wanted to be a shot caller in Israel. Go ahead.
then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord,
Yeah,
even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah.
He didn't want that. Now go ahead.
And they shall kill me and go again to Rehoboam, king of Judah.
He didn't want that. Go ahead.
It says, whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold and said unto them,
He made them 2 calves of gold. That's why he said, this is what it's talking about in Ezekiel 23 when it say that they the same whoredoms they have from Egypt. It's the same thing, them golden calves. That's what come from Egypt. That's what they worship in Egypt. Go ahead.
it says, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy gods, O Israel,
He said, look,
which brought thee up out of the land of
he
Egypt.
said, look, hey, Jerusalem's too far. Look, I got some gods for y'all right here. Y'all don't gotta go to Jerusalem to go to the Lord's house. I got something for you to worship right here. This is who brought you out of Egypt. And the northern kingdom didn't object to that. They was cool with that. See what I'm saying? Go back to 23.
Ezekiel 23 and 8. Neither left she her whoredoms brought from Egypt. It says,
They had them the whole time. That's why they didn't have no problem when he implemented the worship of those again. They had no problem with them. They've been doing it the whole time behind closed doors. Go ahead.
For in her youth they lay with her, and they bruised the breast of her virginity.
That's right. Those Egyptian idols. They lay with her. They bruised the breast of their virginity, meaning our people joined unto it, became one with it. Now go ahead.
It says, and poured their whoredom upon her. Wherefore I have delivered her into the hand of her lovers, and to the hand of the Assyrians,
That's right.
upon whom she doted.
So now he said, I've delivered them into the hand of their lovers. That's when the northern kingdom went into captivity in Assyria. Go ahead.
It says, these discovered her nakedness. They took her sons and her daughters and slew her with the sword.
That's right.
And she became famous among women.
That's right. Became famous among all the nations for how spoiled she got. Right? Now go ahead.
It says, Salah. For they had executed judgment upon her. And when her sister Ahalabah saw this,
When Judah seen this, right? Go ahead.
she was more corrupt in her and her inordinate love than she.
That's right. Now Judah did worse than the north. Right? Go ahead. Because they saw the north and what they did and what they got, and still went the fuck off. Like the shit wasn't finna happen to them. Go ahead.
And in her whoredoms, more than her sister in her whoredom.
That's right. The southern kingdom, we did worse than the north. Go ahead.
She doted about the Assyrians, her neighbors, captains and rulers, clothed most gloriously, horsemen riding upon horses, all of them desirable young men.
Go ahead.
Then I saw that she was defiled, that they took both one way.
The Most High saw how Judah and Israel was defiled.
What? King James. King James?
He saw how the northern and the southern kingdom was defiled. You see what I'm saying? Defiled by how? By committing adultery with these other nations and their gods and their philosophies and their ways of life. And when you commit that adultery, we literally lay, because we're a woman, when we literally lay down and become one with this, then we basically become these people. Hence why you got the Israelite foreigners, the Israelite Gentiles. You got the Ephesians who were Israelites. You see what I'm saying? What proves that? Well, number one, when you look at Ephesian artifacts, when you look at the original statues of Diana of Ephesus, she's black. You see what I'm saying? And our people became one with the Ephesians and the way of the Ephesians. So our people became Ephesians. But they were Israelites, but they became Ephesians by doing what? By laying down and committing that adultery and becoming one with their idolatry. You see what I'm saying? That's how our people become Gentiles. All right, but go ahead.
And that she increased her whoredoms, but when she saw men portrayed upon the wall, the images of the Chaldeans portrayed with vermilion.
And look, and we can see that. You can look, hey, they got a mall. I want to say it's not Beverly Center, but it's like right by Beverly Center. It's like some whole other shit though, I want to say. Or it might actually be Beverly Center. It might be tripping in LA. But they got all the Babylonian shit. They got a big ass Dagon in that motherfucker. And then they got like all type of, like they got Canaanite shit and Babylonian shit. It really kind of looked the same, all on the wall. I remember me and the bro, we went to get gas and I looked up and I seen this shit. You see what I'm saying? You can actually see this shit in America. You see what? Yeah, it's Beverly Center, huh? I'm sure. I want to say like it's like a different part, like a whole different part of Beverly
Right
Center.
by where the car guy said.
Yeah, by the Sofitel, yeah.
Sofitel,
Yeah, but the part I'm talking about is like,
it's probably just like
it's up the street kind of, you know what I'm saying? But it's probably still the Beverly Center, but you know, it's, you know, whatever. I'm all in LA and they got all the same things. When you driving down the freeway in LA, they got this big ass outlet mall called the Citadel. That got all Babylonian shit all on the wall. That's the things that our people saw that they were just so fascinated with. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's all the most popular parts of LA too.
Yeah, where people do all their shopping at.
Right.
The outlet mall and then the high-end mall. You see what I'm saying? Well, go ahead.
It says, girded with girdles upon their loins, exceeding in dyed attire upon their heads, all of them princes to look to, after the manner of the Babylonians of Chaldea, the land of their nativity. And as soon as they
the land of their nativity, okay? Yeah, you know where they get it from. And also Abraham was what? He's known as what? A Chaldean. Well, not because he was the actual Babylonian, because that was the area he was from. So that's what it's speaking about when it said the land of their nativity. You know what I'm saying? Some people read shit like that and get bugged out. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't no Chaldean. He just lived in the land of Chaldea. You ain't no American, but you live in America. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. See, people don't understand, man, the migration and the shifts. All right.
That's right.
Israel is named after the people.
Not the place.
Not the place.
That's the land of Canaan. And it, even after we took it, it was still referred to as the land of Canaan.
That's right.
You know?
That's the land that we took, man, already, and we established it as the land of Israel. All right, because we are the Israelites.
That's right.
That's why you had the kingdom of Judah, or you had the land of Judah. All right, when you look at the ancient maps, and sometimes the Bible's out of maps in it. You have the land of Judah, land of Benjamin, the land of
each tribe.
You know, each tribe.
All
right, all the way down, because that was the people that dwelt there. So if he, just because he dwelt in the land of Chaldea, you know, it wasn't the land of Abraham, you know.
Yeah, he was the only one.
Exactly.
He was the only one of his people, you know, who was over there.
It
They
says,
traveled to Canaan, but yeah, go ahead.
right, verse 16. And as soon as she saw them with her eyes, she doted upon them and sent messengers unto them.
Our people get fascinated with the heathen and their ways. They love their glory so goddamn much. They just get fascinated. Go ahead.
That's right. And the Babylonians came to her in the bed of love, and they defiled her with their whoredom.
That's right.
And she,
And these Americans defile our people with the ordinance of Babylon. Go ahead.
and she was polluted with them, and her mind was alienated from them.
That's what her mind was alienated. Okay? And this is the whole point of bringing this out. Again, the Gentiles. This is what it's all about. Alienated. When our people join unto these other nations, when they take heed to the philosophies of these other nations, our people become alienated from who we actually are, which is Israelites. Thus, we become Gentiles.
That's right.
It's that simple. That's the breakdown of the Gentiles right there. They're still Israelites according to the flesh, but they have become alienated from who they are. All these niggas walking around America are alienated from who they are. Niggas and spicks. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. It ain't nothing that these other people are gonna come in and get it. No, ain't nothing changed at all, and will always be about Israel, man. That's the only thing it's ever gonna be about is Israel. You see what I'm saying? But our people have become alienated. So our people have become known as the Gentiles.
This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 12.
Yeah.
That at that time you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
Exactly. Now, you cannot just you can't just become a part of the commonwealth of Israel unless you're an Israelite according to the flesh. Romans 9 clarifies all of that. So you are alienated from the commonwealth of Israel when you do not have Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai, namely, in your life when you're not following his ways. You see what I'm saying? You're alienated from it. You got guys that call themselves being Israelites that you got non-messianic Israelites. They're still, even though they call themselves Israelites, they want to give themselves a Hebrew name, they're still alienated from the commonwealth of Israel. Because they're not accepting Yahweh Shai. There's no way to get to Yahweh save by Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Now go ahead.
And strangers from the covenants of promise, which is what Paul clearly stated in the 9th chapter of his book to the Romans, that the covenants the covenants and the promises were to Israel.
If the Romans weren't Israelites, why would that's something else we never even bring up. If the Romans were Israelites, why would he write that chapter to the Romans?
That's right.
That would be a discouraging ass chapter, like, well shit, why the fuck you even fucking with me, Paul?
That's right.
Same thing with the Corinthians. Always bring up 1 Corinthians 10, 1 and 2. It says that he's talking to Corinthians. He said that all of our fathers, speaking to the Corinthians, came out of Egypt with Moses. Who came out of Egypt with Moses? The Israelites. These people weren't heathens, man. These people were Israelites. You got to be a goddamn idiot not to see that, man. A fucking asshole not to see that shit. You just want these other people to make it. You just love your oppressors. You just love those who have slayed you, who have been your avengers. That's who you love? It's who you want to make it, man? Fuck these people, man. Ain't gonna be no fucking heathens on no chariot, man. If you're not coming out of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, you ain't gonna make it. That's period. That's who the Gentiles are.
That's going back to that purge movement, man. You love your oppressors. How the fuck do you want to save alive the motherfuckers that was just sitting there torturing you?
Make no kind of sense, man.
Oh. This is back in Ezekiel 23 and 17. It says, and the Babylonians came to her in the bed of love, and they defiled her with their whoredom,
That's right,
and she
man.
was polluted with them, and her mind was alienated from them.
They came and defiled her. Now go ahead.
Verse
They defiled
18.
us, man.
So she discovered her
The
whoredoms.
Babylonians up here have defiled our people are just sucked in through this Babylonian philosophy. They believe in all this shit. Our people only wedding our women want is a Babylonian wedding. She wants you to only have one woman. She wants you to be what this society considers a man. What this society considers a man is really a faggot. You gotta be tolerant, accepting of all these people. You gotta coexist in all this bullshit in this society. And those are the ideas that our people give heed to. Now go ahead.
So she discovered her whoredoms and discovered her nakedness. Then my mind was alienated from her, like as my mind was alienated from her sister.
That's right. My mind was alienated from the south like the mind of the Lord was alienated from the north. Thus our people became Gentiles, man. I mean, this is simple. You motherfuckers want to take this Gentile shit and run with it. Out of your goddamn mind, man. This is painfully simple. All right, because a Gentile is an alien. It's a